Whether some of y'all know it or not, I am a big fan of the classic Sony game developed by Insomniac Games known as Ratchet and Clank. And I'm going to talk about their movie that came out 5 years ago, which is, in a way, a bit of a guilty pleasure. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2016 computer animated sci-fi comedy flick Ratchet & Clank, released by Gramercy Pictures, produced by Rainmaker Entertainment, based on the video game franchise of the same name from Insomniac Games. The film was directed by Kevin Monroe and co-directed by Jerica Cleland. Which featuring an all-star cast of voiceovers, including Paul Giamatti, John Goodman, Bella Thorne, Rosario Dawson, and old Sly himself, Sylvester Stallone. Plus, voiceovers from the actual game, including James Arnold Taylor and David Kaye as the titular characters, along with Jim Ward and Armin Shimmerman. Now, I'm going to try not to give this whole film away in case you haven't seen it, because this film was a bit of a dud at the box office. But still, I'm just a little late for its review because its 5th anniversary was not so long ago. It was April 29th when it came out. Now, it features an original story loosely based on the original game, which of course got released on the PlayStation 4 that same year. Anyway, Chairman Dreg and his fellow Blarg are dismantling multiple planets to extract their famous landmarks to build a replacement homeworld, New Quartu. Their current home planet Quartu has been polluted beyond surface habitation. But the planet destruction prompts the peacekeeping Galactic Rangers to stop them. Anyway, at Drek's factory that produces various warbots on Quartu, a defect intelligent robot is produced due to a blackout and flies to Kerwan to inform the Rangers of Drek's plan. And he apparently crash lands on planet Veldin, where he meets Ratchet, a Lombax. And soon they manage to try to get a hold of the Rangers, led by Captain Quark. Yes. Who is apparently soon jealous of the acclaim Ratchet and Clank again once they are honorary Rangers. But apparently the fun really begins. Apparently, we also get to, some new, additional characters. Of course, Quark's one of the actual characters from the game. So is Drek's chief scientist in this, Dr. Nefarious. Now, for those of you who have played the Ratchet and Clank franchise, you know that character was first introduced in the third game, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, which is one of my favorites. Anyway, now, we do get to see all sorts of fun-filled elements. It kind of actually has the feel of the actual video games, as a matter of fact, in ways. I mean, we get to see the cool weapons, just like featured in the games. Most notably, the recent Ratchet and Clank Future games, because in the original Ratchet and Clank game, you actually got your weapons from Gadgetron. Well, in the original Ratchet and Clank game. And then, of course, the second one, Going Command, was Megacorp, then was back to Gadgetron for the third one. And then for the future, from here on out, going to this remake of the original game, weapons are from GrumbleNet. Now, also, there's Victor Von Eon, Of course, that's Drake's lieutenant of a big robot. Anyway, I will tell you that this film was just a lot of fun. Since I've only watched it like 3 or 4 times since I got this on DVD, don't worry, I still like it though, for different reasons. Well, the film was a bit of a was like I said, a dud at the box office. They only willing to make 14 million worldwide on a 20 million budget, which I'm completely understanding. I didn't think this would do well and what have you. I mean, I wish they had would try again. I mean, because they were planning to release a game based on another popular Sony Computer Entertainment America published title, that being Sly Cooper. But I'm afraid they failed. Despite this failed, oh well. Like they say, nobody's perfect. Well, the story isn't too bad. I mean, but I did like the action, what have you, the humor and what have you. It felt just like what I experienced in the games and what have you. Anyway, now we got James Arnold Taylor back as Ratchet. Now, of course, in the original video game, he was voiced by Mikey Kelly, but from the start going Commando into this one, it was Mr. Taylor who voiced him. Danny Kaye, who was Don Clank from day one, is back in this. Does a good job. Jim Moore, once again, as Captain Quark, who also has been in this series since day one, and Armin Shimmerman as Dr. Nefarious. Yes, he's in this. Now, the only others that got changes have included the Chairman Drek, who was voiced by Paul Giamatti. In the original game of Ratchet Clank, he was voiced by Family Guy voiceover Kevin Michael Richardson, excuse me. Yeah. While Victor Von Eon, who was voiced by old Sly himself, Sylvester Stallone, not factually too bad. Neil Flynn originally voiced him in the original game. But anyway, we have lots of other great voices. I mean, we have John Goodman as Grimmeth Raz, Grim for short, who is a garage owner on Velden, who is Ratchet's adoptive father and mentor. Bella Thorne plays Cora Veralux, a ragged galactic ranger. Rosario Dawson is the ranger's technical support officer, Ilaris. Vincent Tong plays Brax Lectress, a large reptilian galactic ranger. Really something. We had some other good voice actors. Not too bad, but not quite much to say this. But the only recommendation for this is only unless you are a fan of Ratchet and Clank. If you're a die-hard fan of Ratchet and Clank, I'd recommend this. But if you're not, well, I would not recommend this. Unless you really want to check this out, I'd say give it one try. And if you're not satisfied, I can't say I didn't try. The movie has a 50-50, good and bad, but it's fun in ways. I mean, as much as I love the video games, I do love this movie. It's kind of grown to be a bit of a guilty pleasure. So, anyway, and I'm just gonna say it's not completely bad, completely, but you don't have to take my word for it. That's just my point of view. You just be the judge and what have you. But Ratchet and Clank, it's fun. I mean, it's got most of the characters I know of from the video game franchise, plus a few new ones. We unfortunately don't get to see a whole lot of the characters I've seen. You know, there are some I've seen in later Ratchet and Clank games, though. Too many to mention, though. So anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you on Ratchet and Clank. The music's not too bad, composed by Evan Wise. So that's about it. So If you've seen the Ratchet and Clank movie, tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Big D Nation, and join me next time when I bring to you a review of a film that's celebrating an anniversary tomorrow, Top Gun. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out these here two video game vids I recently done. And it take place in a world of video games and I don't know what have you, in which I'll do in the upper left hand right hand corners only. The upper left hand corner is my review of last year's surprise hit Sonic the Hedgehog, which I've heard they're starting to work on the second movie, so that's good. Or if you want some classic game characters in my view in a cartoon, go to the upper right corner for my latest Saturday morning TV log of Captain in the Game Master. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.